Good morning, guys. This is Bill with Media Unlocked. And David and I are down at the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And we are in the area of the park in Townsend, which is the western side of the park, which is kind of away from the beaten path and away from most people. It's about 8 in the morning, and you see the little river, the middle prong of the little river right behind me. We're on Little River Road, the middle prong road, and we're sitting here to shoot cascades and little teeny water rivulets this morning. Now, we've been here a couple of hours. It's a little cold, and we've been scouting out locations, but we're down here with the R5. This is what we're testing out this week. The R5, our friends at B&H were kind enough to send it to us for about a month, and I've been shooting it now for about 3 weeks. We decided to come down here and see if we could find some epic landscape photography, because as you'll see, this river is one of the most beautiful places you'll ever imagine being. Now, I've been down here a few times with some friends and shooting before, so we're going to try this today and see what we find. Now, I have absolutely fallen in love with this camera. I'm just going to have to buy it. That's all there is to it. And either that or maybe it'll fall in the river and B&H won't find out about it and they'll forget. No, that'll never happen. But nonetheless, I've fallen in love with this camera. I love the eye detection. I love the way it works. I haven't found anything that I really don't like so far. And like I said, I've been shooting it almost exclusively for about a month. So I'm going to get to it. I'm going to start looking for a few shots. We're going to show you what we find. So we'll see you in a little bit. David and I are out at Keeneland today. Now, Keeneland is a racetrack, thoroughbred racetrack here in Lexington. It is one of the oldest in the world. It's been in operation since, I think, the 1830s. And what you're going to see right behind me is called morning workouts. It's about 6:30 in the morning, and all of the training jockeys, all of the horses are out here running and walking, getting their training for the day. Now, the best part about Keeneland morning workouts is some of these horses are going to win the Kentucky Derby. Some of them are going to win the Breeders' Cup. We are the thoroughbred home in the world. That's all there is to it. And this track is the heart of thoroughbred racing. I love it here. I love coming out in the morning, shooting the horses. I'm not that fond of horses, but the workouts are fantastic. Now, we're out here today with the R5. Guys, I'm in love with this camera, pure and simple. It solves all of my mirrorless problems, and I just absolutely love it. I am going to go bankrupt this year buying this camera battery. That's all I can say. But it's fun out here. It's getting kind of cold. We've been out here for about an hour. But now it's time to go to the very world-famous Keeneland Track Kitchen for breakfast. And I'm going to see if I can't get David to buy this week, that cheap guy. Okay, so we are here in the famous track kitchen at Keeneland. Now, in about an hour, every breeder and jockey in the world is going to be through here. You will see world-famous people here. We're here a little bit early because, well, we wanted the biscuits and gravy, and we were hungry, and it was cold out there. So this is to give you an idea of what it looks like. This place is one of the most happening places when Keeneland is running in the spring here in Lexington. Okay, so it's Tuesday night, and we're going to do a little astral photography tonight, but we came down here to film the close of the video and to tell you what we thought about the R5. And I managed to annoy David yet one more time in this trip because, well, he wants to shoot the closing, and I found this really cool moss-covered wall. I just have to take a picture of it. It called my name out as I walked by it. So I'm going to get this shot, and then we're going to come back, and I'm going to tell you my final thoughts on the R5. I got my Mossy Wall shot. I'm not annoying David anymore. At least I hope not, because he's driving and I'd hate for him to leave me here because we haven't had dinner yet.
Bye, Bill!
Well, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the R5 and what I liked about it and some of the really cool things. It's shooting 46 megapixels. Now, everybody knows that megapixels don't really matter. You've got 6, 8, 10, 12 megapixels in a shot. You've got more than enough pixels to do anything you want to. But the way I've been using 46 megapixels is that I can shoot from a distance and I can crop in. I can literally cut half of the image out in my crop and still have the pixels that I have in my 5D Mark III. So it's really cool. Also, to work it with some of the software that's out there right now to sharpen it. The more megapixels you've got, the easier that software is to work. And I'm talking about some of the AI software on sharpening and masking right now. It works really well in post with 46 megapixels. I am in love with the basic camera. It feels good in my hand. One of my objections to Canon's early mirrorless cameras is they felt more like a little light toy camera to me. My hands, I got big hands. I need a heavier camera. I need something that's a little bit bulkier. I can't text on my phone because I get too many fat fingers running around. But the camera feels good. The articulating screen is actually one of the things that I love. I have used this screen on virtually everything when I've shot it. You saw me doing it with the Mossy Wall. It's great to focus on. It's great to use to determine your point, to blow it up and get that focus nailed. It just made it so much easier, and I love it. Speaking of focus, we've got the eye detection software built into this camera. When I'm working with models in my studio, as I have been, I can focus on the eye, and it just tracks them as they flow, as they go into their motions. Now, I've used this camera almost exclusively for the last month. I have shot glassware with it in the studio. I've shot here in the Smokies. I have shot some street photography with it. I've shot everything for the last month with this particular camera. So I've gotten pretty familiar with it, and I just absolutely love it. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to buy this camera sooner or later because my 5D Mark III is getting some age on it, and I need a new camera body, and this is it. We all know that eventually the DSLR is going to, go the way of a film camera. Some people will use it, it'll always be around, but mirrorless cameras are the wave of the future. It's where we're going as photographers. And this is the mirrorless camera that I'm gonna pick up. It solved all of the problems I had with the earlier versions, and it just works really well. I've had a lot of fun playing with this camera. We've been popping up some images that you've seen of what I've been shooting for the last month with it, and I think you're going to agree that the camera is one of the best ones that Canon has ever produced. So, well, we've got one more shoot we're going to do. We're going to go down back into the national park, and we're going to do some astrophotography. We're going to go looking for the Milky Way in a little bit, but hopefully I'm going to get David to buy me dinner because, well, I'm getting a little peckish, and there is some really, really great trout restaurants around here that I gotta find. So we'll see you in a little bit with some Milky Way shots, but this is pretty much it, and we'll see you with the next time. So y'all have fun now.
Let's go.